So I've been getting a lot of comments and requests to do more lists on the universities or to help you guys with school shortlisting. So this video is very crucial in that. If you remember, then we have done last year, we did a mega list of around 45 universities which every Indian should apply to. Then a few weeks ago we talked about 10 high ROI programs. You should check out those videos. But now today I want to talk about is a bigger list of solid universities in US which are Indian friendly and worth applying to, right? So this can be the starting list for your school short selection. Note that I've not included universities like UT Arlington or IIT Chicago, etc., because I think they are more like cash cows and have really low standards in admissions. So I've tried to be more selective in choosing these universities, and when I have compromised on the ranks, I'll give you my reason for shortlisting those schools, like why am I doing that. So what am I going to do today is show you a list of 52 Indian friendly universities that give good career prospects as well. So you should definitely try to select your universities from this list. Let's get started. Okay, so for those of you who are newly tuned into this channel or you have bumped into this video somehow, I am Nistha and I run Scholar Strategy and 24 North Star. On this channel, we talk specifically about studying in US. We talk mostly about MS programs, but I also talk about undergrad admissions sometimes, and we also talk about general career advice, MBA, those kind of things. So if that is of interest to you, please do check out our videos and subscribe if you find it helpful. Now, today's video is all about 52 universities that I feel are most Indian friendly, job friendly, and you should apply to these kind of universities. So no matter your major, these are the universities I would start shortlisting from if I were in your place and applying for a STEM course. So let's first talk about the ambitious ones, okay? Now, assuming an average profile, I'm going to talk about the schools which are more competitive and difficult to get in. These are usually ambitious for any sort of profile. And you'll see that I have not included MIT, Stanford, Princeton, Caltech kind of names because they have not admitted a lot of Indian students, right? So I have not seen a lot of admissions. So unless you have a stellar profile, I do not recommend those places. And it's not just about the rank, by the way, right? There are universities like UNC Chapel Hill, which are slightly down in the ranks, but they are again very selective. And I've seen very few people getting admits in these kind of places. So I have not included those kind of universities either. So what the list that I'm presenting to you in this video is basically a list of places where I've seen a decent number of admits among Indians who hail from normal colleges, not necessarily IITs, etc. Okay, so let's start with our ambitious universities. Okay, so in ambitious universities where I have seen Indians getting an admit relatively easily as compared to MIT, Stanford kind of places, then these include Harvard University, Carnegie Mellon, UIUC, from where I have done my own master's, University of Michigan, Ann Arbor, Columbia University, then of course University of Pennsylvania, also University of Wisconsin-Madison, which is known more for engineering programs. Then we have Georgia Tech, an excellent school with a good admission percentage. Then we have University of California, Berkeley, exceptional university, exceptional location, so highly desirable. Then we have Cornell University, which is one of the reachable Ivy Leagues for Indians. Then we have University of Chicago, and lastly University of California, Los Angeles. So these are my picks among the ambitious universities that you can consider applying to. Among the moderately ambitious universities, we have something that I highly recommend to my clients is University of California at San Diego. Excellent weather, excellent in terms of location. They have some good employees around like Qualcomm, etc. So a very good place to be. Then we have University of Maryland, College Park, where I've seen decent number of admits. It is known more for both its engineering programs as well as MIS kind of courses. Then we have University of Washington, Seattle. This is a new addition to the list this year. And I absolutely love the location, given like, so many big companies are headquartered there. Placements are just like bound to be excellent. So do consider this university. Then we have Purdue, University of California, Irvine, New York University, University of Southern California, which is ranked very high but relatively easier to get in. So that's why it's in the mod category. Then we have Texas A&M, also known as TAMU, which is, by the way, a very cheap and good ROI school. Then we have Duke University, Virginia Tech, North Carolina State University. So by the way, this Research Triangle Park area in North Carolina, which comprises of Duke University, NCSU and UNC Chapel Hill. This is an excellent area for students. There are some companies there as well. So it's a very, very good location. So after NCSU, I would also like to add here Rutgers University, which has like, a number of good programs that you can apply to, and also relatively closer to New York City. And then we have University of Minnesota Twin Cities. Although awful weather, it's decently reputed and considered a solid choice for schools, especially in electrical engineering and some of the engineering departments. By the way, their business analytics programs is also well regarded. So these are the mod schools. Again, these are not major specific. Even if you're applying to any kind of major, I would look at this university list first. So these were my moderate picks. Now, if you're enjoying the video so far, don't forget to check our MS Application Planning and School Selection Masterclass, which talks about such topics in greater detail. You can find the link to it in the description box below. Okay, now let's talk about the safer universities, which are relatively easier to get in, right? So even if you have a mediocre kind of profile, you can pick some universities from this list. And here my favorite choices are UT Dallas, sunny Stony Brook, Northeastern University, University of California Santa Cruz, University of California Riverside, UMass Amherst, University of Colorado at Boulder, Indiana University Bloomington, University of Florida, Arizona State, sunny Buffalo, and Syracuse universities. You can look into various programs in here. A lot of Indians are studying in here, and I think overall decent job prospects can be expected. Now, even among the safer universities, let's say I understand that some students have even a weaker profile, like GPA is less than 7 or something, and those kind of people, and then they really struggle to shortlist schools. So for them, I'm going to suggest few more schools. Now note that they are not as good as the universities which I have shared until now, but what I've done here is, then when we are compromising on the ranks, right, then we want to pick a very, very good location. So location which is job friendly. So taking that into account, I'm now suggesting some lower kind of universities which you can consider if there are some weaknesses in your profile and you're not able to target better universities. So in here we have Michigan State University. Now this was not really at all on the map until few years ago, but lately I'm seeing some people are trying it out and they are getting into here and overall happy with it. So do check it out, Michigan State University. Then we have University of North Carolina, Charlotte, which is again a part of Research Triangle Park in North Carolina area. So given its location, I think it's worth considering. Then San Jose State University, excellently placed in Silicon Valley. I've already talked enough about it. So SJSU. Then NYU Poly in New York City. Then Boston University, because it is in Boston. Then we have UMass Boston. We have around Chicago, we have University of Illinois, Chicago. Then apart from these, we have some other schools like Tufts, Drexel, Santa Clara University, University of San Francisco, California State University in East Bay, and California State University in Monterey. These are last 2-3 were closer to Silicon Valley or in California. So that's the location advantage. And lastly, in New York, you have also Stevens Institute of Technology. And another one closer from New York City is the NJIT, which is full of Indians, by the way. Not my favorite school to recommend, but if your profile is so bad and you want another school, then you can look at NJIT. So these schools I will only consider if my profile is really weak. So these are my handpicked 52 universities to choose from, and based on our results, you definitely have the best shot at these ones because these are Indian friendly as well as give you decent career prospects. What you can do is use this as a starting point and then look for your exact programs and previous admit results in those to determine which ones would be gettable for you, right? Because some of these might be more known for one major, some might be better for another major. So you have to do some extra homework for the major that you are going for. But overall, I would say this is a very, very good starting point because otherwise US has more than 3,000 universities, and at least I would say 150 or 200 of them are pretty worth applying. You can find good prospects from these. So within those 150, it can be really cumbersome to select those 10 or 15 universities that you want to finally apply to. So this is why I have reduced that 150 to 100 list to a 52 university list that you can start looking at. I'm also sharing our results page from Scholar Strategy where we post all our past results transparently. It shows a brief of the profile of the person and the universities they were admitted to. They should give you an idea of how competitive these universities are and whether you should apply to them or not, whether you have a chance there or not. So tell us what you think about this list in the comments below, whether it's helpful or not. What else do you want me to post? And so that's it. All the best. I know it's a hectic time of the year, so please focus on your applications, and I will see you guys next week with another video. Take care. Bye-bye.